11th International Film Festival. It's all about representation. We believe film is about representation. We need to represent ourselves, our images, our stories. We need to tell our stories.
It is about putting out the story, the reality of the African experience from the African's perspective. The story of Africa by those living the African experience.
We develop upon a constant theme, which is Africa in self-conversation, which is our iREP sort of motif, and brought up as this year's theme, 2013's theme, Reconnections.
What this festival and these films you'll be seeing the next couple of days insist on is to offer a platform that actually enhances this, what I keep calling visual literacy, and also the bodies of knowledge that will contribute to the vast amount of knowledge we've produced about Africa and our country in particular.
Reconnections, I think, is vital. It's very, very vital. The things that come across, when they come across, they look at the reconnections of people who are trying to reaffirm their Africanity wherever they're located, and to affirm who they are and their humanity.
If you look at reconnection, can be like the diaspora looking back at the African continent, but as well can be like German filmmakers, for instance, the one that we brought in here, looking at African topics as well. We connect as well to the African continent.
We've always made sure it's been very inclusive. Filmmakers from Germany, from the US, from other African countries, during the festival, and even during our monthly film screenings and the workshops and things we've done. It's about bringing everything together.
The fact that they've made it an international event, so we have documentary films from outside Nigeria, it's also laudable, because for us filmmakers, it gives us an opportunity to see what other documentary filmmakers are doing. And for the audience and students, it gives them an opportunity to see the world reach in terms of documentary filmmaking. And we learn from others by seeing their films, and they too learn from seeing our films.
But also, as we say, iREP also has another purpose, which is not only about just telling stories, but about also encouraging a whole new crop of filmmakers, young Nigerian filmmakers, to understand the craft, the art and craft of documentary filmmaking. To let young Nigerian filmmakers especially see the importance of documentary filmmaking. Let them see documentary filmmaking as a craft that has to be learned.
It's invited students from polytechnics and from the universities so that they have an idea of what filmmaking and documentary productions are.
The iREP Documentary Forum, just look at the attendance. And remember, we just don't have the festival, we have the monthly screenings. The figures from the first year of the festival continues to go up in terms of attendance. We started with maybe 50 or 100 people. And more people are encouraged, inspired, because these are stories they can relate to. It's about their lives.
From colonization to slavery and the forceful occupation of our lands and minds, to the reconfiguration on the continent, the idea of Africa continues to be an intriguing subject, which we seek to divine, and I am using the word advisedly, divine. We seek to respond to or simply engage with our artistic practices. Hence the question is, what does Africa mean to us as Africans?
In my perception, an African chooses to be so identified by virtue of personal migration or by birth. It is not something you force upon people. That is why you will meet many Europeans or Asians who will proudly tell you in Europe that they are Africans. Meanwhile, the Africans themselves are hiding, calling themselves either African Caribbean or African Americans because of inferiority complex.
I must commend the organizers, the 3 young men or 4 young men who started this idea. In the past, there has never been any festival of this nature, and I do hope that people who have interest in documentaries will be able to help them sustain the scope, the tempo of this festival.
We've been having film festivals all over, but this one is special, unique, in the sense that it's focusing on documentary films. And the documentary film competition is very necessary. We've seen it all over the world, you know, and it's not peculiar to Nigeria. And I'm happy that iREP has taken that initiative to introduce documentary film competition in Nigeria.
My assessment of it is that it's a laudable project. And as a laudable project, I think they're doing something exceptional by bringing to Nigeria this kind of platform. My wish is that by doing this, it will stimulate other people to do more, rather than just see it as the only place for doing documentary work. So my assessment is that it's great. I love what they're doing, and I hope they can continue to do more, and I hope it stimulates new things.
iREP is here to stay. iREP has an important role to play and has the support of the Nigerian film industry and growing the international film industry. And I look very much forward to being here at the next edition of iREP.
But actually, this location is fantastic. So just keep on doing what they're doing, and each year it's like, you know, you grow. Each year you learn more, you develop, get more people to buy into it, you know, get more people to come along. But it's fun. What they're doing is good.
I truly believe that Africa will experience a renaissance. And that renaissance will not come from selling oil. That renaissance will not come from perpetuating colonial concepts of who we are. It would come from our own thoughts, our own creativity, our own talents, and for us to ensure that this is a legacy that we pass on to young people. We also have to invest training in them. We have to invest awareness in them. We have to invest a consciousness in them. That is why iREP is focused not just on showing them examples of this mode of storytelling. It is also invested in ensuring that there is a forum for them to be trained by experienced, talented filmmakers from across the world.